Welcome, food travelers. I'm Simon.
And I'm Micah.
And here we are on another gorgeous day in San Diego. And if you recognize what you see in front of you, we are actually at Coronado Beach. It's one of San Diego's super famous beaches that is extremely, extremely beautiful.
Yeah, this beach is very, very nice. Even the sand is super soft. Feel like it's maybe even better than Hawaii.
Yeah, I won't argue with that. I've been to both places, so that comparison. I think San Diego is up there. Those might argue with me, but that's just how I think it is. Anyway, so we started the day in the afternoon and we walked around, took a look around all the beaches and kind of the hotels, and of course we came to this famous sandcastle place where, on occasion they actually have somebody out there who's building these beautiful sandcastles. But after our walk, we ended up going to Tajima Ramen Bar for lunch.
Yeah, Tajima Ramen Bar is a local chain spot, and they do have multiple locations. The location we went to is in the Hillcrest location, and this one's supposed to be one of their newer ones. Starting off here, the ordering process and sit-down process is you go up to the line in the front of the store, order what you want first before they sit you down to your table.
Yeah, and then we ordered, I didn't order an appetizer, but I believe Micah ordered one, but the ramen dish I ordered was the Carnitas Ramen.
Yeah, I had the same ramen as Simon, the Carnitas Ramen. That one is a spicy tonkatsu chicken and pork broth with 8 noodles, house-made carnitas, and half a ramen egg. And then as for the appetizer, I had the carnitas bun, which is house-made carnitas, chili oil, red radish, white onion, cilantro, oregano, and in a soft bun. I thought this was pretty interesting take in terms of having a bun-style appetizer. Especially for many Taiwanese restaurants, they'll do it with a fatty pork belly. So I thought, well, with the carnitas, that's definitely a different take on it.
Yeah, that's one of the things that kind of interested me with this place, was that they were kind of doing some different takes on Asian and Mexican cuisine and kind of fusing them together. In terms of the Carnitas Ramen, they garnish the entire dish with the radish, the cilantro, diced onions, some lime, and some dried oregano. So it's kind of in my mind, and I think that's what they were trying to create, was in my mind, a ramen taco.
Yeah, it was like essentially a taco in a bowl, and especially with that chicken and pork broth mix, I thought that was pretty interesting too. Many places that we went to before for ramen is usually just one or the other. They don't normally mix them two together. And I actually thought the two brought together was actually pretty good.
For me, I don't do too much spicy, but in this case, I had to give it a try because it was something different. So I was definitely happy. I sacrificed a little bit to try the spiciness of this Carnitas Ramen, but I'm really happy I did, because it was definitely a different dish, but it was really, really well put together. It was greatly flavored. It just tasted great, and it was a great meal.
Yeah, it was really fun watching Simon suffer there. But this dish definitely worth trying if you're in the area in San Diego. I would highly recommend trying this taco in a bowl. And after lunch, we headed over to Balboa Park. Balboa Park is one of those parks you can see in the near distance when you're landing into San Diego.
Yeah, and if you've seen the first San Diego episode, you can actually see the opposite view, which when we were flying in, we took that shot shooting it down at Balboa.
Yeah, and Balboa Park is actually very large. If you've never been here before, it's definitely worth a visit. There are lots of parking spots in every part of the park, and there's also parking spots outside of the park where you can walk past the park to walk in.
Yeah, this park is definitely huge, and it kind of encompasses a lot of different places that you can actually go check out. There's a Japanese garden, there's an outdoor kind of a theater stage, but I believe the San Diego Zoo as well is located at the park itself somewhere. I don't really know. It's been a while since I've been there, but there's just tons of places to go, including museums. Just a really nice place to walk around and take a look. One of the things I really did enjoy is just kind of all these older architecture from these buildings. It's definitely they're just beautiful looking buildings. You can definitely see the history and just in the design that they have. It was just great.
Yeah, definitely looking at all these different historic buildings are really nice, and also there's many different arts to look at. There's outdoor performers, and some of these museums you do have to pay to get into. I remember we were walking past this train museum, and it looked really interesting from the outside, but you do have to pay to go into it. There's also different type of flowers in this park, which is nice, that you may not see in other places. So it's definitely it's worth it, especially with your never been here and you're looking for something to look at.
Yeah, definitely recommended to come give this place a visit. And even if you're on a budget, you don't want to spend any money, it actually is really nice because you don't actually have to spend any money for anything, because everything there you can walk through and take a look, and you don't have to pay for it. And one of the things, it's so large that it definitely helps to work up the appetite, or as in this case, kind of burn down some of the calories that we were before. So after we kind of visited Balboa Park and kind of walked around everywhere, you built up an appetite, and we wanted to have kind of an early dinner this time, so we went to a place called TJ Oyster.
Yeah, TJ Oyster is another local chain spot. They do have, I think, 3 locations, and there's 2 of them on the Bonita Rd, and this is one of them. This location was opened in 2012, and it's pretty large. As you see in here, it's pretty busy. We didn't have any reservations, but they were able to sit us in as soon as we arrived.
Yeah, the wait was not that long, and of course, I'm always happy to see such a busy spot, which means, most likely they're gonna have pretty good food. So seeing all those people in there definitely, gave me a good vibe.
Yeah, and to start off our meal, we had a appetizer, which is a chicharron fish.
Yeah, when I saw this on the menu, Micah, I kind of thought, it was kind of similar to chicharron, the pork skins, and so I didn't quite ask what was in it. So I thought, maybe we should give that a try, seeing that it might be something similar. And since I do enjoy those chicharron pork skins, I thought I would enjoy that appetizer as well.
Yeah, and coming with the chicharron fish, they actually came with multiple different sauces, and I believe that green sauce, as you saw in the video, is the spicy one, and I wasn't expecting it, so it gave me a good surprise when I put that one in my mouth.
You got a nice kick from it?
Yeah, I did, and I was surprised by it. It actually took like a couple sips of water to clear it out.
And for the entree, I actually had the tostadas. I actually had 2 tostadas. One was the octopus and the other was stingray.
Yeah, when I was looking at the menu, I really wanted the tacos, and I had 3 tacos, each one of them with cheese. The cheese is additional 50 cents each. And for the meats, I had the stingray, the oyster, and the octopus. It's not frequent that we see stingray on taco menu, is it?
It's very rare. I think this is probably one of the first that I've seen, especially in the States. You definitely don't see stingray on a menu.
Yeah, I thought that was very interesting. I had to try it, and stingray usually isn't that tender of a meat either, but in this case, I think they did a pretty good job. The stingray was actually really good.
Yeah, I agree. From what I kind of seen about stingray itself, it's kind of a difficult to prepare. It's a difficult food to prepare. You gotta pretty much, most of the meat comes out from the wings of the stingray itself, and so from what I've seen about it, it requires some skill into preparing to get the meat out there, and in this case what they did was pretty good, so I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, and I think it's great that this place has so many different seafood availability on the menu. I mean, stingray, oysters, octopus. I mean, for many taco places, it's mostly just the normal beef, chicken, and pork.
Yeah, so definitely the variety and options from the norm was actually something I really did enjoy as well.
And to wrap up our video is our notable. This notable goes to Tajima Ramen Bar. It is the Carnitas Ramen. I thought this one was a great fusion of Asian and Mexican food together. Like I said in the earlier part of the video, it is a taco in a bowl. And if you are in the area, definitely go try this one out.
If you've enjoyed the content you've seen, don't forget to support the channel and hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see additional pictures of food and our travels, go over to our Instagram page and follow us there. Thanks for watching.